So mushrooms is the flower of a plant. The plant itself lives underground. The plant itself comes in symbiotic relationship with a particular tree. Some mushrooms plants have more than one host tree. Most mushrooms have very few host trees. So each plant, whatever they are, has got their own matching mushrooms. Pine trees have a number of edible mushrooms relationships, okay? These particular ones, Pinus radiatus, have a very few symbiotic relationship of mushroom, very few in general, and 2, 3 of them are edible, okay? So that's what we're looking for, the 2 or 3 edible. Actually, we're looking for one, the one I like the most. Another one which I don't really like, I'm going to show it to you, we're going to look at it and we're just going to, and then I'll let you decide. I'm not going to feed it to you, you know, there is recipe for it, I don't like it myself. And the third one, which we're not going to find. I never found it, okay? But apparently there is, especially out west, Oberon on the other side of the mountains, okay? Now, that takes me to the point why we're here south and not on the other side. Go mushroomings, the people go in pine plantations and they go mostly on the other side of the mountain, Oberon, or come here down south. Go mushrooming is regarded as an ethnic activity. That means it's something that people from culture, non-Anglo-Saxon culture do. Okay? It's regarded as such because it's something that if you Italian like myself, Greek, Russian, Polish, Latvian, Macedonian, you just go mushrooming. There's no question about it. You know, I grew up mushrooming. I grew up in a farm. Every autumn you just get your basket, your knife and go mushrooming. That's what you do. I came here to this country, I saw pine trees. Oh, I go mushroomings. And I am no different from any other person. So that here down south, especially Belango State Forest, that's Polish ground, okay? If you're Italian, you go on the other side of the mountains, you go Oberon. To get mushrooms, there is telling signs that you need to learn. You need few things that you need to do. You need to look for old growth, okay? Mushrooms do not grow in these little pesky 3-year-old pine trees, 2-year-old pine trees. They grow in these ones, okay? 15 plus, 10 to 15 plus. Because the relationship of the plants itself need to be undisturbed and then eventually it comes up with mushrooms, okay? That over there, it got logged about 3 years ago. It got totally destroyed, totally dismantled, the whole thing. Mushroom will take years before they come back up with their own system, okay? So we will find mushroom there, you will find nothing else but pine trees there. We're gonna go down Belango later and you can hear the forest speaking Polish. There's no English. If it's English, it's because they're riding motorbikes, okay? Should we move in the forest? How to look for mushroom? You get yourself a stick and you look around. And here it is, Lactarius deliciosus, i.e. male caps. This is what you go and get and pay 35 to 50 bucks a kilo at the farmer market, yeah? Am I right? The spawn comes out of the thing. As soon as you touch the mushroom, all of the spawns drop. Don't worry about that. But I mean, most of it drops, so it will facilitate for more mushroom to come. But this, there is argument for and against. Anyway, I'll just assume that this is a good idea to leave it behind because some people say you should, some people say it doesn't really matter, but you leave it behind to facilitate more mushroom to come back. This is meat for vegetarians, okay? The saffron mealcaps, they're amazing. Mostly because they're so meaty, they're so heavy. Once you cook them, they don't shrink like that, like the mushroom that you get at the supermarket. You know, you lose what? They shrink a fifth of it, of what you buy, isn't it? This pretty much stays as such. You cook it, this is pretty much what you're gonna eat. This is amazing, these things. It's the most, they love them in Spain, okay? In Italy, my mom, you know, my mom generation used to have these ones. They're not there anymore because they go mushrooming a bit too much, the guys, don't they?
That's what I was going to ask you, so you can terminate it.
Yeah, but you need to go to levels of Italians to go mushroomings, okay? It looks like there's quite a few mushrooms in this small spot. So if you have a bag, put them in a bag. I have a...
Stays here.
Which one? These ones are puffballs. I wouldn't touch them. No, so again, remember, if in doubt, go without. If it's not the one you want, you don't even touch it. This is something completely different. You know, and it's obvious that it's different, yeah? That is good, but it's old. So, you know, it's a bit too old. I wouldn't, yeah, it's just no good anymore. Okay. Yeah? Thank you. Yeah. Get the young, fresh one. I'm coming.
These are the poisonous.
This is the poisonous one. Yeah, you can tell the difference, yeah? The colorful ones, you know, it's quite obvious. Yeah, look at them. This is an old one of them, yeah? Over here we have Amanita muscaria, the toadstools. It's the famous mushroom from the fairy tales, okay? You expect to have some pixies coming out from under it. Here they are. So this is actually a poisonous mushrooms. It's not extremely poisonous. You will need to eat something like 25 of them to die. So, you know, you need to actually put some effort in it to poison yourself on these ones. Yet, they are still poisonous mushrooms. You recognize them obviously because they're red on the top with white spot. We can see some other ones around that it's a bit more telling. And also because the gills under it are white. Look at it, that's white gills. That's how you recognize the mushrooms. So if you see this thing, you just don't touch it. So ideally, you fill your basket with things like that.
Okay.
Okay, with things like that. So, but you know, just look around and you'll find. So you found this one, look around this area. Because, you know, there's one, there's more. It's early stage, I just came in, I didn't harvest much, I've been answering lots of questions. Soon enough I'm gonna fill my basket with beautiful mushrooms. So this is where I would find some mushrooms. Okay. You know, this depression kind of thing, that's where you would expect some mushroom to come up. This is still good, is getting to the edge of not being that good because it's starting to get a bit blue on the top, yeah? Ideally, you fill your basket with things like that, okay? That's what you're looking for, the beautiful, fresh and yummy, you know, ready to be eaten, okay? This is it's the good sort, but it's getting a bit old. No, there's no difference, but you know, the one in the wild tastes better, obviously, you know, because the one grown commercially, they just grown in environment when they push a lot, you know, there's lots of, it's like, you know, you buy the fruit from, or the vegetable from a garden, you buy the vegetable at the supermarket, you know, it tastes different, yeah? Yeah. Didn't find many mushroom yet. I mean, just a few. This one I'm still looking. Best time of the year to find mushroom is autumn. Autumn right now. Autumn because it's cooler climate. Mushroom, this edible mushroom likes to be colder. So after the first cold snaps and after rain, the mushroom will come out. Yeah, in the morning is better because mushroom grow overnight, okay? So the small ones that we're picking up today, they just grew the past night. So in the morning, they're just still developing. Later in the afternoon, they're already getting older and older. Now, in the morning also because competition with other people picking mushroom. If you come late in a place like that, you know, after a tour like us, being through this, there's not going to be many mushroom left because this lady found an amazing one already. There's going to be left no one for anyone. That's beautiful.
That's for breakfast.
That's for breakfast. Yeah. Fantastic. This is what they call ox tongues and things like that. You know, there might be something, but
yeah, sure.
You know.
So they grow every day, come out every day, is it?
They come out every night. They grow at night. You can imagine my sadness in being over here. We do so many mushrooming, so much knowledge lost.
I know.
You know, I come from a culture that, you know, I go out in the forest, there's 20 mushrooms, I know exactly what they are, okay? And I mean, it's gone, you know, there's so much and then people don't know anymore. So I'm here, you know, teaching them about mushroom and I teach about the introduced ones because that's the only one I know.
Yeah.
What you got then?
This one, so the regular one.
Okay, no, it's not a regular one. So I will wash your hands before you do anything else. So these...
Are they that poisonous that you cannot touch them, is it?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Wow.
I'm not kidding. This is got an amazing capability of destroying your liver from the inside. This one is a bit old.
That is a bit too old,
That's a bit too old. See, it's more rotten and things like that. I wouldn't.
Yep.
You know, and this is slippery jack, yeah? This is not as good as the other one.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so this is, yeah. So can I put away this one? Can I put,
yeah. And this one as well.
Yeah, this is a younger one.
Yeah.
You know, you peel
so
off,
you
peel there, you get rid of this sponge as well.
Ah, you get rid of the sponge as well.
Yeah, you want that flesh there.
Just under the, in between.
That flesh.
Okay.
You know, this.
Which one is this?
It's slippery jack.
Right, yeah.
A mushroom is quite a heavy meal, okay? It's something heavy to eat, okay? These, they're particularly heavy. So you eat something like that, it sits on your stomach for the whole day, okay? So kind of, you know, I don't really need to eat these things. At the moment, I'm just answering questions and making sure everyone collects the right ones and not any wrong ones. It's going very well. Everybody's enjoying themselves and finding something which is remarkable, remarkable. Come, Froggy. Froggy, Froggy, Froggy. Come, Froggy, Froggy, Froggy. Oops. Is it a frog or a toad? It's a frog. It looks like a tree frog. Very good, very good. Yeah.
Turns,
with the sponge.
Turns blue. See, it's getting tinged.
Yeah.
Blue when you...
Yeah, sort of, and it's already beginning to. But the other ones, they were really blue.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they weren't slippery, they were dry.
They were dry,
they call them dry mushrooms.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Look at this. Look at here. Yeah, that's good. Turn it. It's getting a bit old, yeah. But you know, it's on the edge, yeah. And the other one, yeah, the same. The other one is on the edge and getting a bit too old, but it's still good, yeah.
Okay. Good.
Well, what would you like to do? Would you like to have breakfast or would you like to go and get some more mushrooms? More mushrooms? Okay, so probably you want to just put down whatever you got and prepare yourself for more mushrooms. Okay, so what I suggest is actually jump on the bus, okay? So we're gonna go and suss out another spot. It might be full of mushroom, it might be not, okay? Then we're gonna go and look for old growth again and we're gonna see what we can find. Here we are at Penrose State Forest. We are in a section of the forest with old growth. This is quite tall pine trees. I would expect them to be in the 10 years range over here. Probably we come back next year, they're all gonna crop them over here. They're just gonna come back and crop the lot. But anyway, we're here to look for mushrooms with a bunch of keen mushroomers. And we're not finding much in this particular patch, am I right? Nah, not much over here. Oh, you get the mushroom eyes. Mushroom eyes. Yeah, you know, you get to see them. Yeah, yeah. You train your eyes and you go, oh, duck, oh, duck. Yeah, you get, yeah. So it works that is a relationship. There's lots of factors that brings the mushroom coming up. It needs to be a relationship with the rain, doesn't it? Yeah. So that they come out after the rain when the rain stops and
it warms up.
It warms up and then the mushroom come up. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. So it has to have rain and then the rain has to stop. Yeah, and it needs some heat. Yeah, but it also needs cold weather. Because without the cold weather, they don't come up. Yeah, so it needs the weather to turn cold and then rain.
Well, that's why we find them this time of the year.
Exactly, and then the rain needs to stop. Yeah.
How come the mushrooms are native but the pine trees are not? How did that work out?
The mushrooms are not native.
Oh, the mushrooms are not?
No, the mushrooms are in symbiotic relationship with the pine trees, and they travel with the pine trees. So the mushrooms are native to the tree. Okay. So yeah.
I found one of these mushrooms.
What you got?
I took a photo.
They glow in the dark.
Oh. Really?
Can you eat them?
That's the one. That's the one you took the picture of, yeah?
Yep.
Yep. Is that the very one?
That's the very one.
Yeah. So if you put it in a dark spot, put it in a bag if you want to have a look. But you know, it's not super poisonous, but I wouldn't touch it. Yeah, we didn't get much. None of us. It wasn't very successful, this one. But it's good to see that too, I think, because then you can see that, you know, it's not lucky all the time. It looks like it's related to the slipperjack. I put them in an I'm not sure basket myself, okay? That's what I say.
Yeah, they're not like...
Yeah.
They look good.
Yeah, I think we got plenty of other good ones that we're sure of. So actually, I would just leave them behind. That's my comment on that.
Three
yeah.
types of these.
Yeah, yeah. There's the Bonettos, there's the slippery junks, and there's the other ones. Breakfast. Oh, sorry. Here it goes. We are in Belanglo State Forest, the infamous Belanglo State Forest. We are by a barbecue over here. We just start off the barbecue. We're gonna roast up some of our milk cups we collected this morning. Wet your towel with this, and you just you clean the mushrooms so they clean, and we put them here, so and then we can cook them. I wouldn't use the big ones. I would just, sorry, I would,
the baby ones?
yeah, the baby ones are much better on the barbecue. Get the thing started. They're quite peppery. They're actually quite nice peppery taste. They're actually quite beautiful. The saffron milk caps, the Lactarius deliciosus. There is forks over there. If you would like to try to taste them, just get yourself a fork. We've been quite lucky to find this many. You know, next time we might not be that lucky.
The mushrooms that we picked, how long will they keep?
What I do with these mushrooms, I go home and cook them straight away. What I do exactly the same in a fry pan with oil and garlic, and then I put some parsley, put them in little bags and freeze them. They last me for 9 months. There is a whole bunch of different ways to preserve mushrooms: in oil and vinegar, dry them as well, yeah, in the shade, in a ventilated area. Down under the house or outside?
Well, in the cover area.
In the cover, on the balcony?
Yes.
Okay. There is a general understanding that foraging, collecting from the wild in this country is something that the indigenous people used to do. It's not done anymore. Fortunately, this is very live and well. There's lots of people going out and foraging. They're over here with the whole family. Okay. The only thing is that it might not be celebrated as Australians, or it might not be acknowledged as happening as much. So this is happening just as much. This is state forest. De facto is the closest you can get to commons in Australia. That's why you can come here with your motorbikes, you can come here with dogs, you can camp, you can fish, you can fish, you can collect mushrooms, okay? So legally, you're totally fine, you can come, no one can stop you to collect mushrooms as many as you want, and no one can ask you anything, okay? So mushroom, the good ones, mushrooms that you can get are this one, Lactarius deliciosus, saffron milk caps, and slippery jack, which we saw around, the one you peel off, okay, which are less good. There's plenty of details about how to cook slippery jack, and never really liked them. And Bonetto sedulis, the one you get over there in Oberon, I never seen anyway like it here, okay? They're very similar to slippery jack, the sponge under it, the bottom part is quite more meaty, and it's a beautiful mushroom. It's the best thing you could get, but apparently you get them in Oberon, you can't get, I've never seen them here.
So how long does this season go for?
Say it depends. You know, but say from March to early June.
Yeah.
March, April, May, June. June is late.
Cold, they just stop, do they?
Yeah, when it gets too cold, they just stop. It's been a fantastic day. We all enjoyed it. We had some beautiful mushroom over here on the barbecue. It was great. The weather was clement with us. It was not raining, not too hot. We all find plenty to take to eat, and probably some will take something back home, or at least the least that they can do is take home the experience of picking mushrooms in state forests in New South Wales.